The way we relate, or more often do not relate to our emotions, is one of the key pillars that keeps us in cultures of fragmentation and disconnection, what I call culture of absence. Leader as Healer understands that we need to rewrite some of the key ways we think about emotion, all of which are based on not feeling. For instance, the idea that there are positive and negative emotions, or the idea that fear blocks us, a very common belief, which actually could not be further from the truth. Because when someone feels safe enough, let's say in a one-to-one coaching, or when a group or team feels safe enough together to actually feel fear, feel it in the body, stop resisting it, just allow the feeling. Quite the opposite of blockage occurs. The body always opens. People feel deeply relaxed afterwards, deeply settled, and often very ready to receive new ideas because the whole nervous system has relaxed. We need to create cultures with an unconditional embrace of emotion. We also need to acknowledge that many of us are walking in intergenerational trauma streams, emotions that occurred for our ancestors, our parents, our grandparents, and even beyond, that were never processed, that got frozen. And we are the ones who can free that energy by agreeing to feel. So on the one hand, Leader as Healer is someone who has committed to an inner work, usually with a coach or a mentor, to really unfreeze the parts of their emotional structure that naturally got put into exile, naturally got put offline. And at the same time, Leader as Healer creates cultures where we can simply acknowledge emotion and understand that not doing so pays a high cost. For instance, on a retreat for chief executives in America, when we were working with this, one of them had a kind of light bulb moment. And he told a very simple story. He said that a couple of weeks before, someone in his senior team, and it was in a big open plan office, had done something illegal. And he had been obliged to call the police. And the police came, and in front of everyone, they handcuffed this person and walked him out of the office, leaving everyone in a state of shock. So this CEO gathered everyone together and said, I'm sorry I had to do that. There was no other option. Let's get on with our work now. And he said that for the rest of the week, people were in a kind of daze and performance went right down. And he understood with his light bulb that all he would have needed to do would be to gather everyone together and say, look, I'm really sorry I had to do that. I feel very upset about that. And I'm sure many of you do too. So just take a few minutes, turn to the person next to you, just tell them how you're feeling. He said, if I had done that, I would have saved 4 days of below par performance. Yes, it's as simple as that. On a recent retreat I ran for 39 very senior executives, someone wrote the following poem. I've heard the news, I've seen the news, I've thought about the news, I've heard it's sad, I've seen it's sad, I've thought it's sad. I've heard the anger, I've seen the anger, I've thought about the anger. But today, I felt the news. It is sad. I cried. How did I numb my heart?